A most extraordinary garden. Yes, that's the name of one of the chapters that is currently open in my hand from the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. Let me tell you, many years ago, when I was still in my university days, I picked this book up not because of Robin Sharma, but because of the unusual and unique title The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari? At a time when I was actually envisioning and dreaming of buying my own Ferrari and going for a zip ride in a super fast Ferrari, I picked this book up to look at why would somebody sell their Ferrari? And let's talk about our life lessons from the monk who sold his Ferrari. This book is a fable and it shares a story of Julian Mantle, who has it all in his life, all the luxuries. He's got the money, he's got the power, he's got the status, and he has a Ferrari. In one particular instant, he actually falls in the courtroom and he suffers a heart attack. It's a major blow to one's health when you get a heart attack suddenly out of nowhere. And that's when he just vanished into the unknown world of nature. And he came back very, very transformed from power suits to being a monk in robes. He went to the mountains and spent some great time there, understanding and learning the true meaning of life. Is this the life that I'm living? Or is there much more that I can discover and I can explore and I can add a purpose and meaning to my life? Lesson number 1. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you don't plant positive seeds, the negative weeds of fear, anxiety, self-doubt, they creep in. It's so important to bring positive thoughts, positivity. And even if we get the negative thoughts, it's about translating them and reversing the script from negative to positive. Lesson number 2. Follow your purpose. What is the meaning and purpose of your life? Have you asked that question to yourself? I keep asking this question to myself all day long. Sometimes I really wonder, why am I put on this earth? To do what? Is work, life, 9 to 5 job, come back, family, again go back the next day to work, again come back. Is that the purpose of my life? Is that why I'm put on this earth? Or is there a deeper, higher purpose of my life? What is it that I really love doing? What is it that really gives me the meaning of why am I here? One of the sages from whom Julian learned about life lessons, one of the concept, the Japanese concept is known as Ikigai. And Julian brought that Ikigai lesson with him. What is it that you are here for? What is it that you really love doing? What is it that you will put everything away to get into that purpose of your life? Lesson number 3. Come closer. Live with discipline. Discipline is not a punishment. Discipline is a devotion. Now, in the book, Julian is trained by the sages to bring discipline and focus with a candle. So he has to now look at the flame of the candle and maintain his focus, maintain the discipline of looking at the flame so that he's not bothered by the outside distractions and he's able to focus and discipline himself to not look at something else but on the flame. What is it one thing in your life that you really want to bring discipline to? If I have to speak about myself, from the last 3 years, I have disciplined myself to spend 2 hours every day in the gym, working out on my health, working out on my physique. And I spent non-negotiable, disciplined 30 minutes in this beautiful garden. Now, when you bring such discipline to your life, it helps to bring great physical health and a great mental health. The rituals to radiant living. And I have put together my lessons in bullet points from the book. Allow me to refer to my notes, which I keep writing all the time. Solitude, daily quiet time. Do you spend time just with yourself in solitude, with no people around, and putting your entire focus and reflection into understanding who you are? Physicality, movement as medicine. Take care of your physical health. It is the most important thing. Nourishment. Are we eating clean, or are we filling our plate and our stomach with all the garbage and all the junk? Don't get me wrong. I do eat junk at times. However, I fill my plate most of the time with healthy, nutritious food. Abundant knowledge. My question here is, what was the last book that you read and left a great impact on your life? Personal reflection. Do you spend time writing things about yourself and understanding who you are? Early rising. What is the time that you actually wake up in the morning? Robin Sharma also talks about the 5 a.m. morning club. Well, not everybody is able to do that because there are different shift timings. People have different work timings. But what is the latest that you wake up, and how do you own the morning? What are your daily morning rituals that you do? And lastly, contribution. Do you take more than you give, or do you give more than you take? When was the last time you actually did something selflessly for someone? This book isn't preachy. This book is poetic. And this book helped me to slow down in my life, to think and look at things intentionally and self-reflect. Would I want to sell my Ferrari? Would I want to trade in the luxuries with a bit of peace as well? And if I look at it, I wouldn't regret it. Okay, I don't own a Ferrari yet. I'm going to own a Ferrari someday. And I'm also becoming intentional at the way I'm looking at things. I'm also looking at the thoughts that I'm thinking. I'm also looking at how I spend my time in the nature. I'm also looking at how I discipline myself. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Please do drop your thoughts in the comments and do share with us what do you think about the monk who sold his Ferrari. Would you go and pick this book up from the bookshelf? I'm sure you will do that. Until next time, keep seeking, keep smiling.